Guys, what do women do that give you the ick? Recently came out of 9-year relationship where this kind of thing was standard practice. She got so comfortable giving me the silent treatment it slowly became permanent. She had some really serious mental health issues from a very troubled upbringing that she just refused to deal with. I tried to support her. I had all of the empathy for her, and all it did was drag me down to place she wanted to stay. Misery. Toxic negativity. It's all she knew. It wasn't long before I was completely broken, had no fight left in me. Every now and again I'd crack and either give her the silent treatment back, or worse, just verbally attack her and get it all off my chest, which she would then use as ammunition for another month-long bout of silence and disinterest. I'd just learned to accept it and find something to entertain myself by the end. We probably should have broken up a long time before we did, but I was just too weak to pull the trigger. Eventually, we got to a point where we were constantly finding excuses to have a go at each other. And as she experienced a bit of what it's like to feel hated within a relationship, she became really difficult. Staying out super late, not coming home. I think not sure she was getting into drugs and partying, heavily flirting with anyone within our friendship group, constantly complaining about me to our friends and family, and doing everything she could to make me out to be a villain. It had become a contest to see who could be the biggest cunt, but only one of us was trying to win. When we finally broke up, she called my mother and told her she felt she was in danger and that I had gone off the rails on drugs and booze. Never laid a finger on her in 9 years, never threatened any kind of violence. Hadn't taken any drugs for at least a decade. Then as I left, she went on this massive rant about how I'd spent years gaslighting her into thinking she's depressed. She was depressed. Had been since early childhood, but her shit parents had never noticed and she just learned to deal with it. It was very clear to me very early in the relationship that she's suffering from depression, and after learning about her past, we had had countless tearful conversations where she would open up properly and see the situation she was in and admit she needs help. But she would never get to the point of being able to actually call someone or speak to a professional. The day we broke up was one of the hardest days of my life, but within a week I felt so much better. The anxiety and pressure of dealing with her mood swings still affects me today, but I'm quite good at recognizing it, and I've learned to use it as a tool. Financially, not spending all my money on shit for her to try make her happy was a massive bonus to my mental health too, and for the first time in almost a decade I bought myself new clothes. It's been almost 2 years since we broke up. I still think about her a lot, and I've not found myself comfortable enough to start looking for a new partner yet. But it'll get there one day, I hope.